The Return of Dhegdheer Part 2. So you might have heard by now that I'm back. Yes, I am the notorious Dhegdheer. You might ask yourself how that could be. You heard that I no longer live, so you enjoyed being naughty and free. I've been hearing with my big ear that all of you have been running wild, going up and down trees, while the adults hide under the beds, wondering how that could be. I've been missed. That's easy to see. I would like to tell you how that came to be. See, my daughter, who I love very much, found out I was the wicked witch of the East, the one everybody was scared of. You think she would be excited to find out the truth. Needless to say, she wasn't too thrilled. She might even find my snacking habits a bit unhealthy. I was the source that kept some of her neighborhood kids from coming outside, leaving her to feel lonely with nobody to play. My daughter one day decided to invite one of her friends to my house. The little girl was the nastiest, meanest little girl I've ever seen. She ran around the house shouting as loud as can be. She went about breaking all my favorite decors without the slightest remorse. She also happened to be the chubbiest little girl I have ever seen. Now, as I told you, I love rotten apples, and she was the rottenest of them all. I was so excited for my snack that day that I forgot to stay in control. My drooling mouth didn't go unnoticed by the brightest of them all. My smart daughter knew I had picked her friend as my snack. She came to me as calm as can be and asked if it was nap time for her and me. See, every afternoon my daughter and I took a nap. I know I love naps more than she. She understood that too. Nap time meant a few more hours before I consumed her friend. My daughter was the only one who ever saw my ear that I used to hear all the rotten kids with. She was also the one that knew what happened to my ear when I fall asleep. The clever child waited until I was asleep. She went downstairs to boil some water. With my ear as asleep as the rest of me, I didn't hear her as she came up the stairs with the boiling water. I didn't even hear her as she picked up my long ear. She poured the boiling water in my ear. Did I mention it was boiling? Not hot, but boiling water in my lovely ear. As I tried to get the boiling water out of my ear, my daughter and her friend ran away. They ran through the forest that was behind our house. The nearest village was quite far, but my brave daughter kept her friend alive as they made their way away from me. That night the villagers heard the notorious Dhegdheer was no more. As they celebrated with joy, I stood on top of a tree. The wicked witch of the East is dead, they shouted. Peace on earth, peace at last. I had to admit, it hurt a little, so I decided to go on a break. I went to another planet to go explore. After so many years, I have missed my daughter dearly, so now I'm back. For all those rotten children, I would like to say, watch your back.